Okay, so welcome to Cookidoo Explained. Hopefully I answer all of those questions for you today that you may have, or you just might want to have a little look and a refresher. Thanks for coming on early on a Sunday morning. As you can see, my eyes are a little bit still closed because it's my only day that I get to sleep in. Yes, this is important. I get these questions all the time about Cookidoo, and so I thought I'm going to give you a bit of a run through. And I am recording, so it will just be recording me, and then I can share that with my customers so that they can watch it again, and same for you as well. So let me share my screen and go into Cookidoo now. I'm assuming everybody on has got Cookidoo. Would that be correct? I'm gonna observe the chat as well. So if you do have questions and you don't want to come off speaker, you can pop it in the chat. Otherwise, you can come off speaker and ask me as many questions as you like. It's always nicer to talk to somebody than talking to myself. Just not used it yet. Oh my goodness, Jan. This is right. Let's get you on. So your Cookidoo subscription. When you get your, just for those people that are new to Thermomix, that are watching the recording afterwards, your Cookidoo subscription gives you a 30-day free trial, and you can tap into that at any time prior to your purchase or after your purchase. And then you also, once you've purchased your machine and you log in, you've got 6 months subscription. After that, it's $49 a year. So don't let your subscription run out before you've had a play with it. If you do let your subscription expire, say you're traveling, which is not quite the way of the world at the moment, if you are traveling and you do let it expire, don't worry about that, because when you register again, all of your saved collections and saved recipes will automatically return to you. So I've done the testing on that myself, and it worked. So I let it lapse for a month while I was, on holidays, and then I clicked on it to purchase again, and everything was there waiting for me. So that was a really good find that I found. So let me share Cookidoo with you now. Now with Cookidoo, you can you can now tailor it to you. So as you can see, my name is up here, Samleen. And if you go into your profile, if you haven't done this already, you can go into your profile via the Chrome or Safari website, or your phone on the website. So you've got your app and you've also got the website. Now certain things are not achievable via the app. Setting up your profile, I don't believe you can do that on the app, but I might need to check that. And then if you go into the website, you can set it up. So you can edit your profile by clicking edit, changing your name, popping on a picture, and that's all editable at any time. You can also change the style of cooking for you. So this is, like, I am a bit of a chefy cook, but during the week I would be more in this bracket. So depending on how I'm feeling, I can change it. And what that does is that gives me suggestions based around that, that element of that style of cooking. The other thing I would recommend you do is this one. So this is the first time we've been able to set our filters so they don't keep going back to the default of Australia. Thank goodness. That's been the bane of my life. So when you go in to set your filters, that means you can select English and then remove the country. So it would be set to Australia. Just make sure my volume's up. Sorry, I wasn't aware my volume was down. So hopefully you could hear all that. You remove Australia by deselecting it. So this is how it would probably show on your device. So take that away. And what that does is it opens up your global English library. Click save. Now I do not choose my version recipes because I don't want to be limited. If you've got a 31 or a 5 or a 6. If you choose one of those, you are going to limit your recipe choices. In saying that, the 6 obviously can do any recipe, the 5 can only do 5 and 31, and the 31 can only do 31, some 5s. The difference is capacity and heating. So the 6 goes up to 160 degrees, the 5 120. So if you do program a 6 recipe on your cook key, for instance, if you've got a 5, you'll have a cook key, it's not going to show. It's not actually going to be achievable. And the same for 31, we don't want to overfill our bowl. So just be mindful of the recipe choices there. Morning, Claire. I am recording, so if you'd like to go back and watch the start, I'll have that available for you as well. But we were just talking about the setting up your style in here. So if you go into now Explore, now and then now you can see my names up there. It'll give you selections down here, you know, and they always have a bit of a focus on a feature of the Thermomix, or a focus on a particular category, or something around, you know, if we're Easter, it'll be focused on Easter and so forth. You can browse through these. These have got lots of different suggestions for you on the home page, and this is exactly what you will see on your Thermomix screen as well. When you're searching, you want to search a style of ingredient, a style of recipe. So you might want to search risotto. You might want to search, and all my risotto recipes come up. You can search Varoma. Now, Varoma is one that a lot of people want to use more of. So if you want to use your Varoma more, if you search Varoma, all of the Varoma recipes will come up. If you want to use the Varoma and ingredients, you just pop those in, no commas needed. So if you're just searching Varoma and I want to do chicken and I've got potatoes, so I'm just going to be very basic with my search. The more complex your search, the more limited your results will be. So now I've got these ingredients in my fridge. I want to use my Varoma. What can I make? And I have my search results, 58 results found. Because remember, I'm English Global Library. And there's some really great recipes here. I'm hoping that when, because now we can tailor our Cookidoo, we'll be able to share our collections with you, which will be fantastic, because one of the other things is when you open up the world of Cookidoo, you have oodles and oodles of choice, and you just want to know which ones are good to try. If you haven't tried that one, Inside Out Parmesan, I'd definitely put that on your playlist. So the other thing you can do, you can search a group of ingredients too. So if you wanted to search, you know, as I just showed you there with Varoma, you could search pea, mint, I don't know, just go random things, and stock, and then we'll get all of those dishes. So it's pretty cool to use up the ingredients in your fridge. I made this the other night, the pea and mint soup. Absolutely delicious in under 10 minutes. So it's really, really great one to use. I've got one of my girls coming on, so that's lovely. Hey, Suze. So is it everyone okay? Give me a thumbs up if you're on video or something. Is everyone understand the searching? So the other search things you can do are, so if you've got a TM6, I'm not sure who I've got on. I know Natalia's got a 5, and I'm not sure about the rest of you, what you've got. Jan, I think you might have a 6, do you? A 5, okay, and the rest I can't see. Okay, so if I want to, for me, if I've got a 6 and I want to use the saute function, because we go up to 160 degrees, I'm going to search words like saute, which bring up all of my high heat functions. So if you've got friends that have got a 6, you can let them know about those keyword searches. I would also use things like sauteed, because I know I'm going to have people watching the replay, so it's important I share everything for everybody. And the other one I used for the high heat is browned. So when I'm searching those words, I'm bringing up specifically functions associated with the 160-degree heat. And if you haven't had a look at the TM6, let me tell you, the browning is amazing. I love it. I had to cook, we did a FODMAP risotto, and FODMAP, you can't have onion, can't have garlic, so there's all your flavour, and that can't be in your stock either. So instead of that, we had used chicken and we browned it in the Thermomix, and it fries it. It's amazing, and that in itself gave lots of flavour, as opposed to just cooking it in the risotto and sort of that boiling kind of the way of cooking there. Now, if I wanted to search, what else would I search here for you if you're doing a TM5? So if you're doing TM5 only and you've got beef. Now, if you search things with an S on the end, that so let me see, onions or something. If you put the plural, or you put the that will change your search as well. So be mindful when you're putting a word in. Onions is going to bring you up lots of things. I'm just trying to think of what wouldn't apply, what wouldn't bring me up the right one. But if I wanted to search something and I put an S on the end, it is going to affect my filters. So make sure you just put the singular in, and you will explore a little bit more broadly. So if I do things like relish is more popular than chutney or what's the other Australian version that we use. So it's interesting, those sorts of things too. So if we want relish and we want a TM5, we can go into the filters and we can select the model that we can use. So we just want TM5. We want it in English. So you can speak in multiple languages, or you can just remove English and it'll open up your global library. For other languages too, if you've got prep time, so you've only got a short amount of time, you can select to say, you know, I want it done in under 30 minutes prep time, or I want it done in under 30 minutes total cook time. I need a large proportion and I'm going to choose my 8 or more, or I need a small proportion. Again, the more filters that you set into your Cookidoo, the more restricted you're going to get your results. I don't know why they have this here, because any Thermomix recipe is easy. I'm sure you would agree. You stick it in and turn the dial. And you can do categories as well. If you have got to cater for intolerances or gluten-free, dairy-free, egg-free, all of those things, you can add that in your tags as well. So if I'm egg-free, I start typing, and as you start typing, it'll come up in your filter like it just did. So in the drop down, so we want it to contain egg or not contain egg. I need it to be dairy free. So if I start to type that in, you know, it'll bring up my dairy free results, and it'll tell you here how many. So it's just like a Google search, as you would apply anything in there. Nut free, that's another common one as well, for instance, and that'll just help you refine your searches. Then you can show your results. Once you've found the recipe that you love and you want to put it in your playlist, or you want to cook it today, or you want to pop it in your shopping list, anything like that, you can do that. So these 3 dots here will allow you to do that really quickly. So you just click on those, pop it in your cook today, which goes into your weekly planner. Bookmark it. That's like favorites. How we used to have favorites on the cook key. Now we have, they're called sort of like bookmarks. Add it to a collection. That's your collection of your recipes. And I am going through, you know, the whole Cookidoo. So apologies to those people who understand all of this. Add it to your weekly planner and add it to your shopping list. So say I want to add it to my collection. You can, I'm a little bit excited about having collections. As you can see, I have quite a few, but that's also because I'm a consultant too, and I am making these collections to share with my customers too. So if I wanted to have a collection and I popped it in, so onion relish is beautiful, I'd probably put that into, you know, gifts. I'd definitely be making that in gifts. You can do it in multiple collections. So my gift recipe one here, or I might put it in my canapes because it's great on a cheese board, you know, whatever it is, or I might put it in my cook today or something like that. So if I put it in my gifts, and I also add it to my shopping list, I'm going to plan my week. So if I wanted to plan, let me plan, and I'll show you what happens with that. So I'll plan my week next, I think. I am just winging this. So if I go into now my recipes and I go into the collection that I've just created, so you've got Explore, that's your home page, remember? My recipes is the ones that I have bookmarked, I have created, or I have saved, and then we've got the weekly planner. Let me take you back one step again. Say you want to do basics, even doing something like that. Oh, let me spell a bit better. Basic. I just want to know how to use my Thermomix basics functions. Most people want to know, how do I just do things? As you can see, all of the recipes that have the word basic in them, or it is a basic function, will come up. Now these are recipes that you're seeing here, and there's nearly 2,000 of them. If I wanted to have a look and I want to see what cookbooks are available, up here, we've got recipes, drop down here, and I want to look at collections. So then all of my basics cookbook collections will come up. So if I want to save any of those, I can save an entire cookbook, or I can save a single recipe. So if I go into the TM basics, chopping and steaming, I would recommend you save some of these collections in your Thermomix, because sometimes you just need to chop something, or you just need to mill something, and you want to know how to do that, or you want to steam, you know, single vegetables. When you're getting to know your Thermomix, it's really great to have this as your guide, and then what you can do, and hopefully I'm sharing the screen properly, am I? Yes, I am. Good. Just had to check that. And then once you get the hang of it, you'll be able to freestyle. And by freestyle, we mean not follow a recipe. So this is a really great cookbook. I've had a little look at it. I go, okay, I really like that. I want to save it. And obviously I have already. So it's in my saved collections. You would have the choice to have saved, or you can remove it if you don't like it. So I've got that one. Thank you, Thermomix. And I want to have a look to the other one I loved, was the high heat, the sauteing. So now all of my browning recipes are here, and I can click save, and then that will pop it into my collection. The reason I want to save my recipes is so I can come back to them, number one, and also if I'm going anywhere with my Thermomix and I don't want to access Wi-Fi all the time. So for your TM5, the only way to have recipes on your cook key is to actually save them. You have to save them, and then you need to sync them on your machine. So with my TM6, all I need to do is save them, and they're instantly loaded onto my screen. So there's a bit of a difference between the models. And a TM31, you just have to access this, the recipe collections, and cook them manually. So now when I go into my recipes, I've got my saved collections here, and you'll see those basic ones are already here. So we've got the basic vegetables saved, and there was the other ones already in there. So I've saved quite a few, which I probably need to clean up and remove. If you want to just explore all the cookbooks, you can do that as well, just by clicking on Explore and going down to where it says Cookbooks. latest collections, okay, and then you can click on see more. And then this is our latest one here. So we release one every couple of months in Australia. We release an ebook, and we release probably 3 or 4 cookbooks annually. So these are the ones, the cookbooks you'll see. They normally have one of these little symbols on them as well, so you'll know the difference between a cookbook and an ebook. Some of them don't, so that's a cookbook too. Now, once you've saved your recipes in your playlist, or you've saved them in your weekly planner, you do need to sync it on your machine. Are you familiar with doing that, or do I need to go over that as well? Because like I've got TM5s with me today. You do need to know how to do that? Yes. No, you're good with that. Okay, perfect. Okay, so now I want to do my recipes, and I want to program my week. So I'm going to go into my Create It. I don't do this often, by the way. I am a spontaneous cook, and what do I feel like today? So say I want to have something, I'm just going to do it for the purpose of today's cooking. I will do it, however, for my cooking experiences, because it's a great way, an easy way for me to send them the shopping list. This recipe, love it. I'm going to put it in my weekly planner. I'm going to decide to have that tomorrow night. It's an easy one for a Monday, so I'll pop it in, click save. The other one I'm going to do is, I might want to do a vegetable one. So I'm going to go into my created dinner in a hurry. They're my week-like meals. What else can I have for the week? I might do, this one, the Thai peanut chicken with coconut rice. This is a yummy one as well. So I'm going to program that for Tuesday. I'm going to have a look here. I'll probably have a beef dish. This is a great one. So I try and balance out my week with chicken, beef, vegetables, pork, vegetarian. This is amazing. Definitely put this on your weekly planner. That's going to be Wednesday. Gives me a bit more time to get ahead. And when I do this one, I'm going to do the mantou buns as well. So I know that's not in there, so I'm just going to explore and type mantou. And the one I'm looking for is this one. And it's just being familiar with your recipes too. So I'm going to add that to my week. That's also going on Wednesday. I also want to do some lunchbox cooking for the weekly planner. So I'm going to go back to my recipes, my created versions, and this is the beauty of saving those recipes like I showed you before, because then it makes it faster for you to go back to them and choose the ones that you want to do instead of searching all the time. So these ones I probably made quite a bit. This is such an easy one. I know my kids love it. So I'll put that on my cook today list, because I'm going to do lunchbox food today. Basic muffin mix, that's also going to get cooked today. And I might do, what else might I do? I've got cupcakes already. I don't know. I might have to come back to that. Where are my other ones? So, I might do donuts for them one afternoon this week. So that might be, it's my daughter's birthday on Thursday. We might do it on Thursday. And as you can see, it's just quite easy to program. I'm going to do a cake for her as well, so I can program that. And, you can program as much or as little as you like, and as far ahead as you like or not. So now when I go into my weekly planner, so I do have a demonstration this afternoon, and I've got some things that I'm cooking for them. That can come out. I don't need it. I'm going to do that one instead. And then I've got my weekly planner coming on. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and I can do Friday and Saturday and Sunday as well. Now, some of them are not in my shopping list. So that red onion relish is that I talked about before. I'm going to clear all of them and show you how to put them in. So this one, I'm going to pop it into my shopping list. I'm going to pop each of them into my shopping list. And I find it easy to do it this way because they're already in my weekly planner. Once they're in the shopping list, I'm going to have a look at them. Now you all have access to doing this too. Just want to point out these two icons up here. These are the same icons that you'll see on your Thermomix screen as well. So this one shows you, the one that we're in now, showing you your forward planning. The other one, the little boxy one, shows you what you've done previously. And on your Thermomix, you can go back by clicking on those icons and having a look at what you've done previously. And then say you really love it, you want to make it again. We're going to move, this one, if you click here, it'll take you to the recipe. This one, move it to another day. So I might make that today. And so forth. Fruit ice cream, there's lots of great recipes. I have done for my customers lots of playlists, so month at a glance, and I'm specifically planning their week, their month, and I do it so meat, chicken, vegetarian, pasta, fish. It's all kind of like you would plan your weekly planner too. So if you want access to those, just pop it in the chat and I'll make sure I let your people know where to find them. Now, once I've got them in my shopping list, I want to have a look at my ingredients. So show me the ingredients and then I can have a look at them per category or by recipe. So sometimes what you might want to do is, I don't really know what I feel like. I'll pop a few things in my weekly planner and then I'll decide which one I've got most of the ingredients for. If you're like me, that's what I do. And I'll go, okay, that one's going to cost me less. I'll do that one. When you've gone into here and you want to clean it out, so just click on the ones that you have and remove them. So I have got a little bit of basil. This is my tiny little bit of basil growing here. Trying to grow things from nothing. Sorry, I can hear the volume of that TV getting louder and louder. I've got so much already. I've got my pasta. I don't have cream and I don't have chicken. I've got those. And as you can see, it's really easy just to remove all of them, what you've got. So I've got all that. So that's great. And how easy is it now you can use other oil instead to program, and so forth. I'll leave some in here. Now if you want to add additional items, so toilet paper, I need that. I need wine, I need dog food, for instance, anything like that, cleaning or shower cleaner. Whatever you need in your groceries, you're going to add it here in the additional items. If you've mistakenly taken out something, you go, oops, I didn't mean to do that, you can pop it back in. So just click it and it'll go back in. Checking out my recipes. Yes, I'm happy with all of that. Need all of that, for instance, which I don't, but anyway. I save lots of money with my Thermomix. Then up here, you've got options, and next to that, you've got order. So with your options, you can click share, copy that, and when you copy that, I can then paste that into a message into my customer, and it's all tailored to whoever's doing my groceries. It's all there ready, organised for them to go and do the shopping for me. So send it to the hubby, get these on the way home from work, please, and it makes it really easy. The other option here is you can print it. Why would you? You've got your phone, take it to your shopping, put it in your trolley, and on your app, you can just tick it off as you go around the supermarket collecting it all. I want to go by category, or I'm going to order my ingredients. So I click order. Now that takes me only to Woolies at this stage. So you have to shop at Woolies for this. This is so much easier than shopping at Woolies online. Woolies online is not as friendly as other services, but I love that this has just put everything in my shopping cart, ready to go. If I'm happy for them to pick my brands, I could just click add. If I'm not happy for them to pick my brands and I want to change it, or because what this does is it adds up the total amount of ingredients that you need, adds up all the total amount, and then what it does is it tells you total quantity. So it's going to choose a small amount if that's all you need, but if you're a bulk shopper, you're going to need to change that. So 80 grams of sugar, I don't even need that because I can make my own brown sugar. You just add molasses. So I could actually remove it out of the basket. If I've mistakenly done that, I just click on the number and then remove it altogether. White sugar, again, that's another one of those things you can make. Shouldn't even be in my shopping basket. And you get the idea. So you can adjust everything. Now this is also specific to your store. So whatever store you are attached to, you do need to have a Woolies account. So you do need to set that up on a separate website. And once you've got that, it'll remember you. If you are traveling and you need to access a different Woolies store, you can do that as well. So let's say I do want to buy peanut butter and I don't want Bega, I want to swap it. So now I just click swap, and how good is this? I get all my choices right there with the prices, so clear, and then I can pick which one I want. Now I like Kraft, so I don't know why I can't see that yet, or Woolies, or whatever brand you want. You just have to keep looking until you find the one that you want, and if it's not at your store, then it's not going to be in your list. Let's just say, oh, this is a healthy option one. Let's say I want the Woolies one, for instance. I'm just going to pop that in my basket. I don't know what happened to the Kraft one, but have a look at all of these. I don't want Pandora. I want to swap that. I want the AM coconut milk, for instance. So I'm going to select that. Now it'll adjust depending on what you choose to how many you need. Did you see previously it gave me 6 tins of something else, and now it's given me 3 tins of this because the volume has changed. It's very clever, and it'll decide what you need for the quantity that your recipes ask for. It's very clever. I'm happy with this. I want to go ahead. I can click add to Woolies Cart. Now I'm going to log in. Has anyone used this feature yet? Nope. It's pretty clever. So when I had to stay at home because we just came back from the Brisbane lockdown, I had to use it, and it was the first time I'd actually really used it in full. So I did a whole week shop because we had to be in lockdown for that one. It was great. It did take me a good half an hour to go through my weekly planner and go, okay, what are we having for the week? I better program this. And you had to do it, I think you had a couple, if you missed the deadline, then you got to, you get your pickup later on in the day or the next day, whatever. And it was great. I just turned up, I opened my boot, they just put all the shopping in the boot. They gave, and it was all tied up in bags, it was great. And then they printed out a list, which I could tick off as I got home. It was all categorized. It was brilliant. I would do it again, but it does require me to be a bit more organized. I know people do this a lot, and it will save you a lot of money. So now I've got some different ingredients that are not available at that particular store. So then you can swap it. Find me an alternative to that. Find view details. So what did I just do? Add it to the cart. Okay, so it's added. There we go. Now find, what else did it have? Find an alternative to that. So then it'll bring up all of these other options. Yeah, I'll just choose that one, for instance. And you go through and you just do that. It'll probably have as well the dog food, because it'll ask me to select the dog food as well. So once I'm in there, and I can just finish, I'll just click ignore for the purpose. Now I can continue to my cart. When I go in here, I have to then go and add it to my cart. So I think I've got it. I think I've got to log in. It's been a while. Log in. Just following the prompts. Oh, great. Let me see if this is the word. No. This is helpful. Okay, hooray. The beauties of password remembering. See, and when you send your, what? Goodness me. Maybe it's under my other name. Okay, view my cart. Now I should have in here my I'll have to go into my email and just do that. Click reset my password. Just give me 1 minute. Okay. So when I go into viewing my cart now, what have I got in there? Is that what you're seeing? Yep, you're seeing the right one. Then when I've got it, then when I'm in my account, hang on. What I might do is clear my cart and just order that again because of my password thing. So if you want to clear it, where is that? This is where I get a bit unstuck sometimes. Or the summary. So some of this is now, the other thing is what happens is it actually, if you've done it and playing around with it, but you haven't actually ordered it, it'll be in your shopping cart. So I think what you need to do then is you just remove them. Summary. Does anyone know how to clear it? Oh, down the bottom? Yeah. And what do I do now? Come off the speaker for me. I'll remove all. There we go. Look at you all helping me. Yes, remove everything. Oh my goodness. Now I want to go back to my shopping list and continue to, I'll do that again. You get the point. Well, you already know how to do it, so that's good. Add it to my cart. And log in. Let's see if it works this time. Update, ignore, I'll just ignore all those. Continue. And now it should be in my cart. Did I do that right then? Okay, remove unavailable items. So that looks right now. So now I can just click and check out. And obviously I'm going to then go into here and add it to my, if I'm going to pick up, or if I'm going to, now where do I do that again? You can see I don't do this often. Then do you know, Natalia? Do you do this often? You can just, I think you just go, I think I've already got it. Oh, choose, here we go. Available times, and then I can change my location here, and I can choose my options for picking up here. Oh, so I don't want, yeah, right, 15. So I think if you spend over a certain amount of money, it's cheaper, isn't it? Isn't that how it works? And then you continue shopping and whatever. So it's pretty simple. It's pretty simple using Cookidoo for programming and adding it to your playlist, adding it to your weekly planner, and adding it to your shopping list, which you can see I don't do completely, but I do add it to the shopping list, and then I'll go around and I will have my phone and I just take it in as I go. I'm very, very familiar with Cookidoo. Would you like me to show you some of my playlists at all? Like, have you got any questions about what recipes are great, or have you got any questions about anything Cookidoo? How do we sync them? Okay, don't worry, found it. Well, so what? Yes, great. So once you've said, you have to save if you've got a TM5, and you can do that via your app or the website. So anywhere that's got access to the internet, you can create your playlist. Share your password with your husband or your family, so they can have their own playlists as well. And then on your Thermomix screen, top right, you have sync. The more you add on to your playlist, like the more you sit there and save more, the longer it takes to sync. If you do not have great Wi-Fi, but your friend does, take your Cookidoo over to their place, stick it on their machine, click sync, and it's like a USB support, so it'll sync to your Cookidoo, which is brilliant. The other thing, if your friend doesn't have a Cookidoo and they want to update their machine, you can put your Cookidoo onto their machine, or consultant can add their Cookidoo to their machine, whatever, and then that will instantly ask for an update on their TM5, which you can then provide them with. The only way to do updates is through the Cookidoo. For the 5, updates for the TM6 are instant, because we've got the Wi-Fi inbuilt. So lots of little bit of difference. It is a lot easier on the 6 because it's all done inbuilt, but the 5 is great and you've got that Wi-Fi. Now your Cookidoo holds around 10,000 recipes on your key alone, so you have lots and lots of storage to use. It's an 8 GB memory. The TM6 is a 16 GB memory, so it's double the size and it's inbuilt. If you do have issues with your Cookidoo, you can clean the pins of the back of them, clean the pins of your Thermomix with a dry cloth. You want to disconnect the Cookidoo from your machine, you just do that. If you have any issues like that, just call your consultant and we'll walk you through how to do that. And we'll, you know, you can re-sync it all, and it'll reload everything onto it. But yeah, does anyone have any questions for me? Has that been typing? You're typing. Okay, goodo. You can come off speaker, you know. Are you on? Do you have? I can't hear you. Have you got sound? It says you've got mic. You've got a mic. Okay, how do you know if your subscription's expired? Good question. Let me show you. The only way to renew your subscription is through the browser, not the app. So when you want to know what date that's going to end, you have to go through the website. So I'm on the website. I'll show you. So when I go up here into my profile, I can go into my account. And then you can say my devices that I have. And you would have Cookidoo. Your Cookidoo device would be on there as well. You'll also have your membership. So my membership expires on the 1st of January next year. If you want to subscribe or you want to view details or you want to add, you can do that there. So again, membership is here. Data usage, you can have a look at that too. I've never looked at that actually. Don't even know what that means. I would have imagined it's sort of like how much data you've used up, but I don't have a cookie, so it might show a different result for you. I sold my 5 and I've got 2 6s. I'm about to put another one on. Purchase content. So back in the day, if you do have a cookie and you had chips, if you purchased any chips, which you can see I have, you own them for life. So all of these I have purchased. So if I don't renew my subscription, they will be on there for life. So you can see if you've got any. No. Now we don't normally have that anymore. So now in your membership, you've got here, and obviously if mine was about to renew it, I'd probably have a button up here to say renew. Vouchers, you can add a voucher. So now we can purchase Thermomix vouchers from the Mix shop. And so if you wanted to purchase, like we do magazine subscriptions for people's birthdays, if you wanted to do the same. Now the voucher doesn't have to be fully spent. So if you purchased a $50 or $100 voucher, when your giftee redeems it, she can redeem it on Cookidoo subscription, and then there'll be a gap for what she's got left, and she can spend that on the Mix shop as well. So that's pretty cool. You just copy and paste your voucher in here, and then you've got your account overview. So that's all found in your profile and account up here. So that's another good thing. So you can go and have a look at when yours is due and set a reminder. Now the other thing about when it's due, don't worry if you miss the deadline. You're not going to get nothing's going to happen for 50. You get 50 reminders. So if you turn your machine on, if you're cooking, it'll pop up a message, your subscription is due. So you'll get 50 reminders for that. So you don't have to worry too much. It'll keep nagging you until you sort it out. After that 50, I think it's about, after that, it'll then cut you off. And then you'll have to do something about that. So it's good. It's patient. Anything else? Any other questions? Let me have a look. Yep, great. Excellent. Thank you for your feedback, Jan. Do I need to transfer ownership? Yes, you do. So if you are transferring ownership for somebody else, you need to disconnect your device. So let me share that screen again. So you go into here, as you can see, my devices are not, I have disconnected my cookie, it's gone. So under here, you go into your account, which we're in, you go into your devices, which are here, and then you would choose to deactivate. So when you deactivate a device, say you've got your cookie in here, and you deactivate it, if you've got subscription left on that, tough for the next person, because when you deactivate it, it wipes that subscription as well. And the new owner of the cookie or the machine will have to renew that at their own cost. So they can, if they're a first-time subscriber, they will get that 30 days free trial, and then they will need to add on their $49 fee subscription. Totally worth it, cheaper than a cookbook, less than 90 cents a day, really, like, why would you not? But so that's how that works. So if you're selling a machine, the same thing applies. You go into your devices and deactivate them, and then when the new person gets it, they add a device. So in here, they're going to add which one they have. So you'd select your cookie, and on the back of the cookie has your ID. So you pop in, thank you, you pop in your ID number, which is found on the back. It's also found on the Thermomix screen when you go into settings, and you can see about Thermomix, so it's settings about Thermomix, and then you'll see serial numbers. You'll see your serial number for your Thermomix, you'll see your serial number for your Cookie ID. So on the back, and then you just get that there. Oh, there you go. It just tells you where to find it. Look at that. Could have just done that. Your Thermomix is also on your packaging, and your ID for your Thermomix is also on the bottom of it as well. So say you've got a dead Thermomix, which, you know, probably doesn't happen, but if you need to find, it's also on the bottom of your machine. On the TM31, it's only on the bottom of your machine. So that's it. But when you add, so I have another TM6 in the box ready to get out. Lucky me. So I can add that to my program too, and it'll add on to my subscription. So then it'll increase my subscription. But what I want to find out from that is, can I transfer, because I've got that. We, as a consultant, you get a subscription every year, and it doesn't matter if you've already got one. So I just want to, I don't want to waste that year's subscription on myself if I could give it to somebody else. So if you've got questions around that, I'll need to find the answers for those first. So any other questions? Let me have a look. Nope. So I'll just have a look at, just before I let you go, I'm just going to my Thermomix folder, and I'll show you those menu plans that I'm talking about. Sometimes you're going to find, you will, if you're in my Facebook group, you will find them. If you search menu plan, you'll find a whole list of them there. And I am making them for different people. So I have some diabetic customers, so I will happily and freely do the research for you, which you can do yourself as well, and help you to get started so you can use your recipe book. Got something in there.
Here's my plate.
Sorry, I'm just looking if I've got I can't, computer's not showing me pictures at the moment, so you'll have to have a look on my thing. In terms of our users or adding recipes to your Cookidoo, simple answer, no, we can't do that. These are all triple tested recipes from chefs and cooks around the globe, and it's for warranty purposes that we do not allow you to add your own. Plus, it's all computer programming. It takes about 16 hours to upload one recipe onto Cookidoo. So you can appreciate the time for that programming to go on there, and that's the reason why. So we do try to work with people who, like skinny mixers, and they get some sort of bonus by adding their recipes to our platform. But obviously that then allows Thermomix to own that recipe too. So that's why most other chefs outside Thermomix, they tend to keep their recipes to their own, and you buy them through them. So we do have some Skinny Mixers recipes on here. I think she's got a couple of collections, so you can actually type in her name, Skinny Mix, and you'll find her recipes. And we have a lot of other chefs too. So if you're looking for keto recipes, you can search keto. It's a new comment. You can search diabetic. That's not a search that I found works. So you'd have to do sugar-free, or you'd have to do low GI, or something associated with that. Has anyone else got any healthy low carb? Yep, totally. Keto would probably fit, or paleo will fit with that sort of search too. You'll find the recipes appropriate for that. And as as you know, they're pretty on top of things. So as they find new ways of adding that, they will sort that out. The Cookie also does, like I said, all your updates to your firmware of your machine. So if you haven't got one, it's really great to get one. It's $189 for a Cookie. Please make sure you add your consultant to your purchase. I had a customer who just spent $700 on MixShop, but she didn't know, she couldn't find my name. And so after you've purchased, there is no way that Thermomix can add the consultant afterwards. So I've missed out on all that commission. So please add, which is a little bit, it's a little bit of a bonus for us, but it's, you know, it's a thank you for what we do for our customers. So please add your consultant to your purchases. Any other questions? Can't see any. So thank you for being interactive with me today. My husband's made me a coffee, which you can do in your Thermomix actually. If you haven't done that, frothing your milk is really easy. Pop it on to probably around 3 minutes, 80 degrees if you like it nice and hot, or 70 or 75. Speed 3 so your milk doesn't stick to the base. And then when you are doing your final froth, it's 30 seconds on speed 8. Makes instant coffee into something a bit better than dirty water. So yeah, happy days, happy Sunday, and until next time. I do have lots and lots of virtuals this week if you want to jump onto any cooking experiences. Bring a guest who wants to purchase a machine, and you can get that second bowl for $99, which is absolute bargain. If you're not sure if they're going to purchase or not, which is, you know, pretty standard, we don't know these things, bring 2 guests and then you'll get access to host rewards anyway. But when you have a great consultant doing the job well and sharing the Thermomix, yeah, it's normally a given that you're normally going to find a new owner. Lots of love. Happy Sunday, and I will see you all next time on my Zoom. Thank you.
Sam.
Bye.
Bye.
Me, love it. Love that Zoom accesses everywhere, all over the globe. I need to get my hair dyed again.
Yeah. So where will we be able to get the recording, Sam?
I am going to once I will add it to my group, and I'll give it to you guys as well. I'll probably even, those people that have registered, I'll be able to email directly that recording, and I'll give it to the team, my team as well. So yeah, and then you can share with it, share it whatever you like, really.
Yeah, good one for YouTube. Well done.